Welcome back, folks. Another live trade case study here for you. I've taken a long down here. You can see we've come into what I am classifying as discount, right? A fair value gap on the way down is classified as a discount PD array inside of the ICT New York kill zone, right? Starts at 7 a.m. Okay, so we can see we're in a bullish environment, right? So the market's been going up. There's a pullback, okay, and you can see it's coming back into a discount. All I'm looking for is for the market to take this liquidity pool. So I will now adjust my TP. Okay, right there. So it might go a bit above that, and that's fine. The easy exit is back above London high. Okay, so you can see I've marked out liquidity pools, right? So there's my entry. Okay, that's when I hit the buy, and that's my stop, right? And looking for this to just move up and take out anyone that's already got stops above here, right? That's where the liquidity is. People who are short this market have their stops above these session highs. Okay, that's what's that swing high. So I'm going to go on mute, let this pan out. 8 a.m. is about to open. Okay, so we may get a bit of a pullback and continuation. I'm looking for my target above the London highs, where everybody is short this market and have their buy stops above, right? So just recapping the entry, coming down on this 1 minute chart into discount. Okay, so on the way down, we can also see liquidity. Okay, there, all that there was liquidity for the move down. And what you should notice when you're getting into these entries is liquidity needs to be in both directions. So it's left all this buy side intact, okay? And first it's engineered sell side. So on the way down, it can take out these stops as it's moving into where it needs to go. The objective is to come into this inefficiency. On the way up, it's engineered these stops buy side, right? Where everybody is short, right? People adjust their stops at these swing highs. So on the way down from here, as it's engineering buy side, right? It's engineering sell side. So liquidity on the way down to where it's supposed to go. Liquidity on the way up to where it's supposed to go, and it's going to be going up here above London highs. Okay, so you can see it here very clearly, right? So I'm going to go mute. I'll just let this pan out and then talk about this in more detail once we hit our TP. Okay, so going to go on mute. Now, I have said this before, is that you don't have to always get the ultimate target, okay? Entry at the right time with the right setup, right, to a liquidity pool. I mean, that there is over 100 pips, okay? Just understanding the liquidity inefficiency, liquidity on both sides coming down. Look at the time, right, inside the ICT kill zone. That starts at 7 a.m., okay? And then look for your setup. You've got to know how to identify setups to go long. If you know all of that and you're getting at the right time, 100 pips is pretty easy to accomplish every day, or at least a couple of times a week. Students in the VIP are doing it every single day, sometimes every session. Okay, so that there is enough. You don't have to wait for the ultimate target because you don't know if you're going to get that or not. So if you can consistently generate 50, 60, 70, 80, even 100 pips on a daily basis by identifying the key levels, right? Identifying the key liquidity pool, the ICT signatures, and getting it at the right time in alignment with the overall daily bias, because we've been long, right? If I jump to an daily chart here on the right-hand side, this is a bullish market. This is a bullish market. So pretty easy to identify the daily bias, right? And then you're just looking for entries at key times, at key price points, right? And being able to identify the setup. And that's what we learn inside of the VIP community, okay? So that's what you want to learn. You want to learn how to do this, right? This is pretty messy, but when you know what to look for, at what time to look for it, and what those ICT signatures are, what the liquidity pools you need to focus on, right? Then it becomes pretty easy. It just becomes routine. We identify these every day, every session, okay? So I repeat that, just that move from there to there, 100 pips, right? You don't need to get the ultimate exits, okay? So I'm going to go back on mute, and it's almost now the open of 8 a.m., second hour of New York. So we'll see if we can get that push that we need to get the target, okay? And we also have news, high impact news at 8:30 that I want to be cautious. So I kind of want to be out of this trade before the 8:30 news, okay? So I'm going to go back on mute, and let's see how this pans out. Hopefully at 8 a.m. we're going to push up and clear these highs and take our profits and close the day, walk away and go play. That's the name of the game, okay? So I'm going to go mute. Let's see how this pans out. We've got about a minute and a half before the 8 a.m. candle opens, okay? Another thing to note is that, always be cautious of PD arrays, premium PD arrays, right? The market will just be coming up to rebalance, okay? So always be cautious. I like to get, full TP. That's kind of my personality, right? But where we are right now from entry, that's a great place to take profits, 140 pips, right? All right, so I'm going to go mute. I'm looking for that target up there, okay? There you go, folks. TP hit, which was basically up here. Okay. This is just an extension of that kind of a target that I have, but we are basically above the session high. Okay. So that was the TP, and I hope you have enjoyed the video and found it useful and have learnt what I've taught in this video. Okay. Now I have added a position here at the right time because we came into another discount PDRA, bit of drawdown, but that's okay. Bias to the longs, and I'm trading in alignment with that bias. Okay, so nothing further to discuss there apart from these markings where I've identified liquidity. Right, you've seen I've identified liquidity before. It's taken that out, especially this one here. Right, this is very, very clean. Okay, and you can see we've gone straight up through all those liquidity pools. Okay, so I'm going to close this out now. We've reached the target, and hope you found the video useful. Again, I invite you to join the VIP community. The link to join is in the description of this video. This is what you will learn, right? These types of setups. And, I provide most of these in advance inside of the group chat so that students can engage with the price and enhance their learning experience. Okay, so link in the description to join the VIP community. Hope you found the video useful. I will now talk with you in a future video.